I'm professional car photographer James Mann, and we're out on location for How to Photograph Cars to show you some of the techniques that'll give you great results for shooting cars in motion. This is where the car is in its element, and the trick is to capture the decisive moment. So even though you may get really good shots of cars at a static show or on location, the best way to shoot cars is to photograph them in action. Today we have a Porsche Boxster S to photograph, a safe driver with plenty of patience and some quiet open roads to photograph on. Safety is the priority here, so choose your location carefully and don't do anything illegal or to endanger either yourself or other road users. Most of the techniques we'll be demonstrating will be using specific shutter speeds, so start by setting your camera to either manual or shutter speed priority. If your camera doesn't allow this, put it into action or sport mode. Set your camera to continuous autofocus or motor drive function if you have it. The most highly developed action photography technique is panning, where the car passes in front of the photographer who pans the camera to follow it, so freezing the subject against a blurred background. Line up the car on a section of road with an open view on one side where you can clearly see it coming, and then move back to a position about 50 feet away from the road. It's a good idea to use mobile phones or walkie-talkies to communicate with your driver to let him know when you're ready. Are you ready, David?
Yes, I'm ready.
Set your camera to 125th of a second and follow the car swinging from the hips as it moves past you, zooming in and out as necessary. Pick up the car as soon as you have it in the centre of the frame and carry on shooting until it goes past. Check your images each time on screen so that you know when you've got the shot. With a bit of practice, this will give you front three-quarter, profile and rear three-quarter panning shots, and you can reduce your shutter speeds to a 60th or even slower for a more dramatic effect. You'll find that the faster the car goes, the easier it is to make a smooth pan, but be careful not to break the speed limit. I reckon about 50 miles an hour is ideal for this shot. If you don't have enough space to use a long lens, switch to your wide angle and move closer to the road. Slow the car down to 30 miles an hour and increase your shutter speed to a 250th of a second. Don't worry if you can't get all the car in focus. As long as there's one area of sharpness, the shot will look okay. One of the best places to use this wide angle pan is on the inside of a tight bend. The next shot we'll be focusing on is cornering. And it's another staple of the photographer's portfolio that you'll need to master if you want to shoot like a pro. Ask your driver to drive through the bend at a normal speed and watch from the outside of the corner, looking for the moment where the car turns from coming towards you to going past. This is the point at which you need to shoot. The idea for the cornering shot is to show how the car handles as it passes through the bend. This corner's a bit slow, but okay for showing the principles involved. Body roll, skidding, under and oversteer can all be demonstrated in a well-taken cornering shot. Location is the key here, both for safety and the result, so look for an open, tight bend on a quiet, narrow road. Set your camera to 500ths of a second and position yourself in a safe place on the outside of the bend, as low as you can get. Remember, don't attempt this shot if the road conditions are not ideal, and always obey the law. Follow these guidelines and within no time you will have action shots to be proud of. Okay, that's great. Couple more runs, please. Ready when you are.